Samsung versus CJ. And will they take that shy again for Cuvée? I kind of doubt it.
Okay. Well, Grog is going to be banned once again by Samsung. Apparently, Eve just really doesn't want to play that champion tonight. No priority on it for the first pick. There's the Ryze ban. Ryze Callista. Of course, why are you banning Shen?
Dude, those games were so scary.
They really weren't. I mean, that's the thing about CJ is not that Shy didn't play this Shen well, but rather that the Shen really didn't fit with the composition that CJ was running. There was no way to inject Shen into the back line like you'd normally like to be able to with some heavy engage or some flank. And so CJ got the Shen in there sort of, but wasn't really the biggest factor. Actually, CJ banning Rumble, considering how many Rumble bans we've seen against CJ this season, it is a bit confusing.
There's a Callista ban on Samsung's side. So what is CJ going to try to prevent Samsung from taking? I guess I would normally say, do you ban the Alistar? But Alistar didn't even get any consideration at all last game. That
was very weird.
Yeah.
First time in a long, long time that we've seen Alistar fall all the way through the pick and ban phase.
So what's it going to be? Nidalee. Okay. Not wanting to deal with Eve's Nidalee, it is quite a strong pick for Samsung.
But they give up the Rek'Sai, and I question banning the Rumble when you can just take the Rumble in the first round of the second part of the drafting, ban the Rek'Sai, which has been such a problematic pick for Samsung, although less problematic now that they're on the blue side and they can't just flex it as their last pick.
Do you maybe take the Azir away here?
No.
I guess if it's not an MVP Azir, it's
if you're
not that
Samsung,
team.
you definitely take the Rek'Sai. It's such a good pick for you.
Well, do you take the Azir if you're CJ? I feel like you definitely grab it.
You could. Crown definitely an Azir player as well. The Maokai was banned in the last game, and so they may just take that early. And this may just show the Maokai priority right here. I guess that a lot of the time we do see Rumbles giving some Maokai some trouble in the laning phase, especially early on. And now that the Rumble is banned, they can't respond. So what exactly is Cuvée going to play into the Maokai? He may not have a good option. They take away the Sivir also.
Yeah. And so will we see Samsung maybe just grab this Corki later on in the draft?
They could take the Corki. They could take Lucian now that they see Sivir. That's what I would like to see Samsung do. I think they take Azir Alistar here and then take Lucian later on.
Okay. Azir Alistar it is. And CJ, I feel like Coco could just respond with a Victor of his own if he wanted to. He'll probably wait for that mid lane pick until the end.
Coco's a good Victor player.
Yeah.
I wonder if he takes Cassiopeia here, actually. There's a lot of options. There's definitely a lot of options. I think Mad Life's going to take the Thresh again. And he's probably going to be Victor or Cassiopeia, depending. Could take the Annie, though. That would give them even more engaged than they have already.
The Blitzcrank would be pretty awesome, but the Bard would be awesome, too. He's an MVP on that Bard, you know.
I wonder why.
He's pretty good. Because he earned it. That's why. I like this, Victor and Bard. The way I said it kind of sounded like a law firm. Victor and Bard. If you get in an accident.
That actually could be a real law firm.
It could, yeah. And it will be Victor and Bard representing CJ's interests.
In Summoner's Rift.
And in the courtroom. The way Bard's face is right now, it looks like he's yelling, "Objection!"
Looks very surprised about it, too.
I know. What's sustained? Oh, maybe this Hecarim for Cuvée. You know, Shy is so dangerous on it. You got to keep it away. And the Tristana pickup seems pretty reasonable for Fury.
Now, Shy played Bard into Alistar the last time, so there's something about this matchup, Mad Life. There's something about this matchup that Mad Life really likes. So perhaps the ability just to harass from range and then keep the sustain up. I mean, it's not a very powerful lane against Bard, but it is safe. Fury, please play Lucian.
I don't think you're going to get to see that. I think he's going to play Corki, like he has been quite a bit lately, and Cuvée going for that Hecarim.
Well, Cuvé's going to go back to his Hecarim. That's been a very common selection for him. Sejuani would give them a lot of engage right here. Saving the jungler till last does make me wonder a hair, Doa, about what they're doing. Are they going to go full China and select the Nocturne?
I don't know, man. I mean, they're waiting for it for a long time, but I don't feel like Nocturne is going to be the key here. Looks like they're still deciding, honestly.
Yeah, talking over their options right now, it really doesn't matter which jungler they pick in this particular circumstance. They may be worried just about that Rek'Sai's early pressure, and we could see the Lee Sin come in here. They have plenty of late game power. Could see the Nunu come in as well, though it's not great synergy compared to the Azir AD carry or a double AD carry that we normally see.
Yeah, the Blood Boil doesn't work, but do you think he just wants to go in and just make Eve's life miserable? Looks like he'll be trying that. Just a lot of counter jungling, perhaps?
The nice thing about Nunu is that he's really good against Azir, too, because, he's going to build that Frozen Heart, and he's got a lot of attack speed slow for a champion like Azir, if he can get back there, which you'd imagine that it might be a bit difficult, especially against the composition that Samsung is running, throwing up that big line. So unlikely he's going to be able to get a snowball back there, but maybe he'll provide enough zone threat to be an issue, or maybe he just wants to go hard into the counter jungling early and just try and shut Eve down if possible. So Samsung, can they flank this game? It won't be Eve flanking this time. It will be Kuve on that top lane, Hecarim. Both of these teams showing lackluster flanking abilities. Really big problem, actually, if they were to face another team.
I think we've seen it be a big problem for both
have
of these teams in the past, actually, yeah.
We have indeed. But Mad Life, he should have some good presence on Crown with ultimates. I'm hoping we get that better Bard game where Mad Life was great with the Q, the Cosmic Binding, not so awesome with the Tempered Fates last time. Sometimes hitting Coco at the wrong time and then getting Coco killed a couple of occasions. But he was still the MVP. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah, man. It's fun. It's all in good fun, you know? If Coco wouldn't have gotten himself killed, you know? I mean, maybe he could have earned the MVP, too. Mad Life going for his second MVP on this Bard. Exciting stuff for me. Samsung versus CJ, game number 2. CJ looking to make the 2-0. Samsung trying to tie things up. We'll see if they can do it. The game starts right now. And welcome once again to Summoner's Rift, CJ Entis versus Samsung. And the fans are pumped. Samsung's fans are always excited.
They are.
They're just not
Though they
always.
have seen better days, that is true.
Yeah. Last year was a good year for Samsung fans. This year, not so much.
So
I guess this year's a good year for Chinese Samsung fans. They got all of them.
Well, yeah, that was true until they moved the best jungler of all time into the top lane.
Yeah. You know, that happens with good junglers, though, you know? What is it with, like, a history of good junglers being moved into the top lanes?
That enrages me. I can't even talk about it. I'm just going to get too mad. Okay.
All right.
Let's talk about Samsung's cheese brush hide right here.
Oh, boy. They're going to see
it's a
CJ
5v4,
walk right by.
though. There are 5 members. They're looking for them, right? They have no idea.
Oh, they found him. Oh, they got us. Wow.
Fury gets a deep ward in, though. They weren't actually thinking about that once they saw all 5 members of Samsung, but it was quite amusing.
Well, CJ able to get some really deep wards down.
Yeah, and are they going to look for the lane swap here? Looks like we are going to see just the dual lanes going to the bottom side of the map. Of course, that Sivir, you'd think the Sivir Bard would have the advantage pre-6 here, and that Fury and Luna are just going to be mostly looking to farm back and sustain as much as possible. Shy going to get the Gromp, of course, hitting that level 2 quickly. Kuve just going to do the Wolves on his own to hit that same level before they going to back off right now. Mad Life very aggressively walking into the brush, getting that first Meep auto down.
Yeah, well, that first Meep auto does a pretty decent amount of damage when you combine that with Spell Thieves Edge. You can be pretty liberal with your Qs early on in lane. It's not quite as much of a mana hog as like Lulu's Glitter Lance or something like that. Or Kha'Zix's W, you know, if you're playing support Kha'Zix.
That's the way forward.
You can run out of mana pretty fast sometimes if you do that.
You can, it's true.
Just Just casting to my area of expertise, Monty. Just trying to contribute.
Doing a great job there, buddy. Great job.
Thanks. I'll keep working on it.
All right, I'm very curious what Ambition is going to be doing against this Rek'Sai, because it is obviously more challenging to counter jungle around a Rek'Sai, considering that it can see you when you're there, then adapt the jungle pathing accordingly. Just going to go ahead and take the Scuttle Crab in the bottom side of the map for Eve, and then head up into the jungle to take a look at that bottom side, but not really going to find much of anything right there, making a big loop for nothing.
Yep. No camps left. He could come in from behind, though.
The old behind gank.
The old Rek'Sai switcheroo.
That's
map
right.
side switcheroo. Ping's going down. Mad Life in space pushed up very far. This might cost him at least a summoner or two.
A big minion wave. It would be really dangerous to go into all these caster minions. That's a lot of damage.
They don't know where Ambition is right now as well, too, which is why we see the recall happening from Eve. Or does it? He's going to come in. Luna, he tries to go for the flash pulverize, doesn't land it. Space trying to get away here. He's still got both of his summoners. Luna getting very, very low, but Mad Life backs away. Space in a lot of trouble. Takes the magical journey, and he gets out. Magical journey.
There's the heal into the magical journey. Luna with the flash pulverize, but Space not even having to use a summoner to avoid that.
No.
So a bit of a botched gank there. A lot of time wasted by Eve, and not to mention he's going to lose his blue buff now. As a result, Ambition just takes a stroll in, seeing that Eve was down at the bottom side, and guess what? Blue buff's still up, so he'll be happy that he fixed that.
Yep, this is exactly what Ambition wanted on this Nunu, the ability to go in and just take the opposing team's jungle. Eve getting a little bit of counter jungling done himself, I suppose, too. Mad Life magically journeys back to lane. I want to see a replay of that, because I want to know how you miss a flash pulverize on a Sivir. I want to know how that happens, man.
The spell shield.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's pretty fast reflexes to spell shield something like that.
Well, I didn't catch the beginning of that fight, but because I was watching when Rek'Sai was coming in.
Scripting.
But I think that would be my guess as to how that unfolded.
Certainly could be. Ooh, Fury, wow, taking a lot of damage. It's long distance, cosmically bound to the wall there. Like how the binding kind of followed him through the Valkyrie. And Space and Mad Life should be able to push this lane back up in a moment if they want to. Looks like they may.
Yep, just equalizing in terms of that CS, so decided that one very lengthy attempt at a gank early on. Now, Ambition's going to come down. Now, they saw him right before the ward expires.
No flash for Luna, and Luna may be in trouble. There's a snowball to get the slow. He's pretty tanky, though.
Yeah, there's not really a follow-up there. He wasn't close enough to anyone to be stunned with the Cosmic Binding, and after that snowball, no real other crowd control coming in to take him out, so that'll be just a quick push of the wave, really, to free up CJ into his bottom lane. Shy and Kuve engaged in a very boring top lane right now.
Yep. Space and Mad Life, though. Still fighting for positioning in this lane. Space's health, a little bit of a concern, perhaps. Although he's going to be able to gain back plenty of that from the W on Bard, and also just Doran's Blade as well.
So Rek'Sai seen going into the top side. They know Eve is there. Meanwhile, Ambition just going to clear out a pink ward in the mid lane. As he looks to harass Crown as he's pushing up. Not really going to get that, though. Eve there, they can't really 2v2 at the moment.
Yeah, pretty typical
Victor
mid
and Nunu. Like, just Nunu you can't really fight. He's just there to be tanky and annoying and clear out wards for you.
Yeah. Oh, nice binding. Fury against the turret there. Mid lane going about as you would expect. That little CS lead early on for Azir. Oh, who got it? Looks like it was Eve. Judging by the eye above his head.
Raptor Wars.
That's right. Raptor Wars.
Sounds like that's going to be the new Jurassic Park movies.
Maybe. Hopefully it's better than World was.
I'm just never going to see that, so I'll never know.
Yeah. Wasn't planning on it, but...
You know what, Doa? I think that they should just finally make a Jurassic Park movie that has no people in it. It's just dinosaurs versus dinosaurs the entire time.
Yeah, but would you have
See-
like the dinosaurs' thought processes be kind of like
Nope.
no?
So I haven't seen Jurassic World, but I understand that they like do something dumb, like make
Oh,
a new,
nice finding.
like make a new dinosaur that like a super dinosaur that they genetically
It's
engineer.
not a dinosaur, Monty. It's a monster.
Yeah, whatever. Is that what they do?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes.
Well, so therefore they create a new dinosaur that can talk
No.
and has like just
Oh.
human level intelligence.
Oh,
no,
sure,
for
yeah.
Raptor Wars, my movie.
This-
Jeez.
This kind of
Stay on track.
this kind of ties in with Jurassic World a little bit.
So they do that. So they splice together a human intelligence dinosaur, and then they just leave them on the island, and that's where the dinosaur factions really start to split up, and the raptors
So-
go to war with each other.
Really, you're kind of looking to reboot Planet of the Apes only with dinosaurs instead of apes, huh?
Well, obviously that would be much better.
That would be way cooler. It's true. Yep. Chris Pratt will still be like buddies with all of them.
No humans.
No? Oh, okay. Not even Chris Pratt?
Only anthropomorphic dinosaurs.
What if Chris Pratt
Maybe
becomes-
dinosaurs that ride other dinosaurs into battle.
What if... Ooh, that would be really kind of physically difficult, I think, to make work.
Well, that's why you genetically... God, Doa, you genetically engineered the dinosaurs. It's not
So
that
what?
hard to
They have, like,
understand.
Different hips or something
Yes.
like that? You gotta have like
So they can ride.
these-
They can ride brontosauruses. So the
these
raptors.
wide-hipped velociraptors
Yes.
riding brontosaurus.
Yes.
Makes perfect sense to me now.
I mean, makes about as much sense as any other Hollywood movie.
T-Rex still has tiny arms, so like kind of like a running joke, you know. Everybody else has like physical like enhancements, but nope, T-Rex still those tiny little arms.
But they can only have technology at like the medieval level. Therefore, the raptors could joust on the brontosauruses.
That'd be great. T-Rex just is like holding a tiny crossbow. It's like
Feel free to call me, Hollywood. You're welcome.
hey, sounds plausible to me. I mean, oh, meanwhile, it's plausible that Kube is going to get killed here. Tries to ult away, makes it out just barely. Wow, I'm surprised he was able to escape from there.
Well, Nunu ganks may not be so fearsome. Perhaps Ambition should not be Nunu ganking the top lane and instead should be soloing the dragon. Just a thought, playing to your strengths, you know?
Maybe. I have my doubts.
Well, instead they fail the gank and give up the dragon, so not so great of a start from CJ.
Samsung getting the first dragon for the second game in a row now. And what will Mad Life be able to get done in the spot lane?
Not a whole lot.
Not yet. Nope. Oh, Pulverize onto space. A little bit of a combo there, but Luna's going to take some damage. Nice dodge on the binding, though. If that had hit, he would have certainly taken a bit more. Shut up, dude.
Why do they annoyingly say things?
I have no idea what they're saying.
Creepy.
Yeah,
As far as we can hear that as the observer.
I know. It's strange. Oh, Chaos Storm. All-in-ish attempt by Coco. Doesn't have Ignite, though. He was counting on Ambition to make the big plays there with the snowball.
Nope, that was a ward-clearing zoning ultimate.
I think he wanted Ambition to commit with the flash snowball, but Ambition was too weak.
All right, Mad Life. Time to use your ult.
That's right. Or your W. One of the two.
Giving some help to Coco here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Watch the beautiful flower bloom. It's probably the most exciting thing that's happened so far in this game.
Boom, bloom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go. Fury a little bit caught here. Mad Life looking to make a play. Gets a slow, taking a lot of damage. Fury very, very low, and there's first blood. Going to space. They got just enough done between the Ignite and the damage.
Mad Life coming in there right at the end, really making it work out. Now Coco
yeah.
in a bit of trouble. He has no mana.
Oh, ult just barely misses Eve. That really looked like it would have hit, but I guess it didn't.
Yeah, there's not really any follow-up, though, so Fury's death not carrying a whole lot of meaning right now. They're not going to be able to get a turret off of it. They're not really going to be able to get control back over this mid lane. Besides Mad Life just leaving a couple little extra health packets down there for Coco if he wants to.
Yeah. Coco just going to recall. You know, they never teach the dinosaurs to do truly entertaining things in Jurassic Park. Like, you could teach a velociraptor to ride a bicycle, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they can already run like 60 miles an hour, but if you taught them to ride a bicycle, that's a showstopper right there, you know?
Well, you were just saying that they could ride other dinosaurs.
That's because they would need, like, how in the world would a velociraptor, like, sit down on a brontosaurus?
It could be a standing saddle, Doa. Jeez, you lack so much creativity.
I guess so. I don't know. I think I would just, if it were me, I would train the flying dinosaurs to carry me in, like, a hang gliding type harness.
Yeah, that'd be pretty badass.
Yeah. Way better than riding a slow, boring brontosaurus.
Depends on if you want to crush people or not.
Yeah, it depends on if the brontosaurus wants to do it. That's really who it's up to. Well, CJ trying to just zone a bit around the dragon that's not there. Taking out some wards. What do you think the plan is? All this attention near the river right now.
Clear vision.
It's kind of
for
surprising.
no reason.
It's kind of surprising. Oh, he wants to eat that scuttle crab. Tasty. No one can deny Nunu his feast. Delicious.
Oh, they want to go for this, actually.
Wow, they do. Luna just walking in, gets a little knock-up on Ambition. Teleport coming in from CJ, though. Valkyrie away immediately. Ambition tries to get the slow. They catch Fury with the Tempered Fate. Shy goes in. Oh, nice knock-up there, actually. And they're actually going to catch him. Fury goes down. Eve in trouble as well. Luna gets a 4-man pulverize, but that's not going to help too much as they're just going to dive anyway. Ambition pick up the hill, but here comes Crown pushing Shy back into the turret. Nearly goes down. May manages to live. Wow, Space still alive as well too. Coco pushed out, but that Chaos Storm doing so much, and somehow, some way, CJ gets the near ace. Coco with the double kill. They get the turret. Kuve successfully farming top lane.
Well, I think Kuve, he must have canceled his teleport right there on the entrance of that fight, so he kind of left him high and dry. But again, CJ with a really good tower dive, second game in a row where they've had one of those, and that is a huge reward. 4 kills for 0, man. 2 towers out of the magical journey. And one thing that Mad Life has been doing really well is using his shrines for speed buffs.
Yeah.
This game, actually placing them right underneath people. There's the Sivir ult going down. They want the engage. There's a flash. Get the knock up on the Arcane Smash. And Mad Life just going to do some autos right here. Nice pulverize to get the 4-man down. And here we go. Shy just going to tank the turret. He gets actually bounced around by the Azir ultimate, but he gets out just barely. Even though the Ignite ticking down on him, and Crown will fall to Ambition. So all of a sudden, we have just a tremendous gold lead for CJ Entus.
I mean, as far as Bard's W's go, once you're out of the laning phase, then it primarily is a speed boost that you use that for. And a little tip for Bards out there, if you just Alt W, it automatically places it underneath you to give you the speed boost.
Very neat.
Yeah. So you can catch up and get the kills.
Now, Samsung did do a good job of taking out that mid turret right now because everyone on CJ was so low that they had a recall, so there was a bit of time to create some counterplay. But will they be able to get this next dragon that is up in 7 seconds, given the large gold lead and the buys that CJ was able to accomplish?
Yeah, I really think CJ has way too much of a lead for Samsung to fight this, and CJ would be tying up the dragons. It wouldn't be a dragon lead or anything like that, but it would be yet another power boost for a CJ team that's already a little bit ahead.
Samsung not even going to fight the dragon. They just want to kill Shy right now. He saw him with the ward, and then
they're going to dive it. That turret pretty low here. Shy disrupting Luna quite a bit, backing away. They're just going to take out the turret, and that's going to give Shy time to back off. He's way too tanky to do that right now. There we go. CJ takes the dragon, gets their first of the game as well.
So a bit of a trade right there, but still with the gold deficit, and now the first dragon done for CJ. They are going to push up into the mid lane.
Yeah. Take a chance to get some wards down as well, too. It always surprises me. I feel like CJ, out of a lot of other teams, just finds ways to punish small mistakes, you know? You don't often see them taking like 1 kill or something like that. They stretch it into like 2 or 3 and an objective or something.
Yeah, you wish, though, that they had a little bit more presence in the early game. That's the thing, is that they tend to be so risk-averse that they won't even take plays that have a pretty decent percentage chance of working. And that leads to a lot of these passive early games that we've seen where they just wait and wait and wait before making a move.
Yeah, so far, so good. Shy trying to save that bot lane. He's going in, 1v3. The rest of CJ trying to catch up. There's the pulverize onto Shy. Gets knocked up by Eve as well, too. Turret's still low. Eve taking a lot of turret shots. Mad Life coming in. Q onto Luna just for the slow.
Yeah, Fury still pushing those. Crown is waiting in the wings. Ambition coming into the brush. He's going to get caught out a little bit.
Whoa, Emperor's Divide used very early. Didn't push Ambition back into the team. And now Mad Life coming in with that magical journey. There's the Tempered Fate. They get the flash from Crown. Luna caught, though. There's a kill for CJ, and they saved their bottom turret as well, too.
Samsung is playing so scared. So Shy had a little bit of a mind game right there because he popped his ult, popped Righteous Glory, just to save the turret. And Samsung was thinking, uh-oh, where's everyone else? They didn't have enough information to see that no one else was coming in with him. And so they immediately backed off the turret. And then we also saw Crown just fail to use his ult properly. Onto Ambition right there, get that knockback, and then they had nothing else remaining to continue their siege. As a result, they're punished. They lose Luna as well as their mid lane turret.
Yeah, things definitely falling apart a bit for Samsung already in game number 2. Mad Life getting to trade that ultimate for a flash is pretty nice, especially when it's a flash on the mid laner.
Oh, yeah. Very good ultimate right there. You have
yeah.
to flash if you're Crown, if you're not going to be moving to a Sand Soldier anytime soon.
A Tempered Fate has a much longer range than you would think it does, too. You can
yes, it does.
Shoot that one from quite a ways away. So the new little critical hit thing kind of has that little like explosion thing next to it.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of interesting. Critical hit thing.
Is that your favorite part of League of Legends, Noah?
It just makes it's a little bit confusing to me because it makes me think fire damage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, where's the water damage and like lightning damage types and all that?
Yeah, where are the different damage types? We should just needlessly complicate the game with different kinds of armors and resistances.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Needless complexity, the core of game design.
Brand is coming back.
Nope. No, he's not. Not until they rework him and make him not terrible.
But his ult bounces past Zonia's now.
You can really tell the champs that were designed during the Riot period where they were releasing like a champion every 2 weeks because
that was insane.
There's such a lack of creativity in the kit. Now, that said, oh,
Tempered Fate onto Luna. And CJ can follow this one up. Luna pops the ult immediately. So tanky. Looks like he will be able to get away with a flash over the wall at least.
Yeah, no follow-up CC there, so
yeah.
Really difficult to actually do anything with that. But yeah, I was to say, obviously the champs, since they slowed that release cycle down, have been great. I love all the new champions coming out now, but there was a period where the churn was making champions come out that shouldn't have, I think, needed a bit more thought. Brand definitely one of those.
There's a couple good ones out of that period. I think we got like Lulu and Zed out of there, didn't we?
No. This was like the Brand Jin Zhao period.
Ah, okay. Lulu was a little bit later than that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like mid 2012, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's way back in the day.
Yeah. Way back in the day when dinosaurs ruled the earth. There's not really any dinosaur champions yet in League of Legends. Oh, nice stun. Oh, Mad Life really catching even Crown. Not getting any summoners out of it, but that was very close to a pick for CJ.
There's Dino Gnar.
There is, yeah. There's dinosaur-esque champions, which I guess is all you can really hope for. CJ just grabbing that blue buff and backing off. Magical journey.
Oh. That new snowball engage, though.
It did, yeah, on the flurry. Shy coming in from the side now. There's a flank. And twist advance onto Luna. They're going to try to catch him. No ultimate means an easy pick on the support from Samsung. Got him right before his ult came back up.
I wonder if Shy is ever going to use teleport to engage a fight.
I don't know.
He's very obstinate about not actually going for those TP flanks. Used it very well for that dive on the bottom side, but he just doesn't sit in fountain like a lot of other top laners. Now they're going to go for the Baron, though.
I think they just want to turn around this fight, too, and they will do that. Shy right on the Crown. Whoa, Samsung tries to come back in with even Kuve though. Ambition doing a nice job of zoning things. They do lose Mad Life, but Shy able to pick up a kill there, and CJ turning this fight around no problem. Kuve goes down in the end, and it is a 2-for-4 in favor of CJ Entus.
Well, at least Samsung was able to stop the Baron right there from going down, even though it was a 4v5 to start that fight, so they may have bought themselves a little bit of time at least. Take a look at how this went. The Tempered Fate misses, and Shy just goes straight in onto Crown, but Kuve does the same thing onto Space and Coco in the back line. And, you know, Fury, I think, smartly flashing forward right there, just trying to get onto their carries while Kuve was presenting that threat. And he does get Space in the end, but at the cost of his own life.
Yep. Well, in the meantime, turret does go down finally in favor of Samsung. They get their bot lane tier 1 with that. Well, CJ so far ahead.
Yeah, all Samsung could get right there, though, was just a turret. They got the Scuttle Crab, and now they may have to give up this dragon as well. They are so weak compared to CJ Entus at this point, and it is very difficult for them to engage into CJ Entus' composition with their zoning and disengage with the Sivir ultimate. They're easily able to kite out what Samsung has to throw at them.
Yep, Ambition body blocking that too. Whoa, nice pick onto Coco there from Crown. Making a play there. Space, though, decides to walk through and get nearly killed as well.
There's a magical journey on the way through, just giving him that little speed boost and heal. And they're actually going to lose a couple of turrets for this.
Wow.
Just one, actually, turret in the mid lane. And Kuve putting the pressure on the side, so Coco taking the very lazy route back into the mid lane just gets hugely punished by Crown on a combo back into an Azir turret. That was very careless from Coco.
Space was lucky too. He just walked right past and nearly got taken out himself as well.
Very lazy.
Yeah, you don't really get the impression that CJ is, really trying the hardest they can right now.
Well, you have to be careful because that was perhaps an opportunity for Samsung just to go for a Baron if they really wanted to commit. Probably wouldn't have worked, but you can never tell when they might actually make that big try to get back into the game.
Yeah, it's just not worth the risk. CJ just playing it safe. Everybody really just recalling. Except for Kuve, still farming.
Forever farming.
Yep.
Kuve in the bottom lane. Still has no armor, so that makes it very hard for him to do much of anything to Space at all. Space will have that large kiting advantage, and pretty much always going to do bit damage to Kuve at this point, considering the Last Whisper is nearing completion, and that's going to be his next big item.
What do you think about the Youmu's on Space? I feel like we don't see that a ton on Sivir these days.
Some players really like it.
It works.
Prey really likes it, for example. It's definitely better in the early game, and you can really push down towers very quickly. And Space got it this game before he even bought Boots 1, so it's like adding damage and having that mobility, especially in conjunction with the ultimate, without necessarily having to go for the early boots.
Well, Samsung trying to put a little bit of pressure on the mid lane, but CJ just not going to have much of it. Tempered Fate used by Mad Life to try to make a pick, but doesn't connect with everybody.
He made golden minions.
He did. Then they got gold out of the minions.
That's where the golden minions comes from.
Tempered Fate?
Yeah. Bard just sits there inside the Nexus, tempered fating the minions before they go out.
Sounds exciting.
That's where Bard lives. That's where he mysteriously teleported to in that video.
The base?
The Nexus.
Hey, maybe that's where the shopkeeper gets all his items. Whoa, it's all coming together. Bard, he actually doesn't care about protecting them. He just takes them so that he can resell them to the item guy in League of Legends.
And then that gets passed on to the champions themselves. Bard, truly a reprehensible business tactic.
He's like part art thief, part arms dealer.
I don't know how he's an art thief. It's not really art.
Some of those like magical artifacts, show a considerable amount of artistry and magic. Space getting chased away by Eve. Has to use his ultimate to stay alive. Oh, a flank? Nah. Where is everybody? Top laners down in bottom lane.
Maokai and Hecarim chasing each other around the jungle.
Well, Shy's coming up because he's like, I'm not going to teleport into that fight. I got to walk there.
Real men walk to fights.
That's right. Real trees walk to fight.
Wow, this has been a very slow game.
Yeah, no kidding. Both of these games have been a little bit on the slower side, for sure.
Luckily, our next series probably won't be too slow, given how early game focused the Coup Tigers have been these days and how active they've been in the laning phase.
Yeah, and how weak IM has been.
Yeah,
it's going to be, it could be a bit of a stomp.
Probably you have to expect that one to be relatively one-sided. Shy, show them your teleporting skills.
That's the goal. Get it? Because he's using the goalkeeper. Never mind. Oh, Tempered Fate misses again, trying to zone Even Fury back into the team, though. Luna takes the bait, goes ahead to try to save his AD carry. Gets a bit low. Teleport coming in now for Shy. Luna tries to turn things around a little bit. Ambition looking for an option. And wow, Shy gets way deep into the Samsung team. He's so tanky right now. Just brawling in Ambition. Drops that ultimate. Doesn't really catch anybody with it, though. And CJ has to escape. Coco in a little bit of trouble here. They're going to go in onto him. Madlife throws the binding back, doesn't connect with anyone, though.
Yeah, Shy got the flank right there, but there just wasn't any follow-up. By the time he got back there, space had been really just chunked out because they decided to engage into a choke when Crown had a Zir and he had the Sand Soldiers in there. So unlikely that they were going to be able to follow up Shy's teleport in any meaningful way. 30 seconds until Dragon, so everyone still has time to get positioned on that objective, but just a really awkward fight.
Well, I was wondering if Samsung was maybe going to try to turn around quickly on that Baron as well, too.
Oh, that would have been a bit risky.
I think it's the time in the game to take risks, Monty.
Yeah, but Coco was still pretty full HP right there, and his poke coming over the back of the pit could have been very dangerous. Now Samsung at least looks like they have the priority over the pit. They don't have the speed shrine, however. Maokai pushing out the top wave and now coming all the way back down.
Yep. Well, now he doesn't have a teleport. Samsung activates the Dragon. They're going to go for it. Turning onto Ambition here. It's a 5v1. Oh, CJ just jumps right onto the Dragon as well, too. Ambition totally baiting back Samsung. Well, and now CJ has their spot in the river.
Luna missed his pulverize onto Ambition. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Ambition comes from the back, zoning everyone out with that ultimate. Meanwhile, they catch Luna a little bit shy, getting in the back lines as well. Space, Madlife, Ambition trying to kite back Coco as well. Coco lays a big death laser through the team, takes out Kuve, and now CJ able to get the damage done to get the kills. A double comes in for Space, and Samsung on the run now. Crown still with a lot of health. He manages to turn around and get a kill onto Space. Gets caught up, though, by Victor, and there's a kill for Coco. Fury on his own flashes away, but a double comes in. And CJ gets the ace, only losing Space.
And that play from Victor right there on Coco was very impressive. Got the stun down with the gravity field. It's thanks to a lot of the setup, too, from Madlife's ultimate. So good flank from Ambition right there. And Luna, they tried to collapse onto Ambition early, but they missed their CC. And that bought enough time for Shy to get in there. Let's take a look at this. I mean, great job from Ambition right there. Now watch this. The zone, they have nowhere to go. So Kuve and Luna simply cannot get into the back line until it's far too late right there. And they're pretty much instantly destroyed as they're kited out. So good setup with the slow, and then it was kind of a choice between, do we go into absolute zero? Do we walk into the gravity field from Victor?
A very well coordinated team fight from CJ, but that's kind of what we're used to seeing, you know?
Madlife had a nice stun there, too, at the end, because he chained it right into the Victor gravity field. There was just nowhere for Crown to go.
True enough. Now CJ threatening that Baron. They took their third Dragon, and they can go ahead and try to push this a little bit farther.
Yeah, they can. They can go. They can definitely do this Baron quite fast, and they have the ability to secure it thanks to the Nunu, but probably going to look for another pick before that actually happens. A little bit too dangerous just to start it right now. In spite of their gold lead, there's still a large amount of damage on the Samsung composition with Hecarim and Azir.
Oh, yeah, of course. You might as well play it safe from here on out.
They're going to start it, though. They're going to go for it.
They lift a magical journey right into the pit. CJ turning it around. Oh, Luna goes in for a nice headbutt pulverize. Shy, though, already disrupting things in the back line. Nice zone from Ambition as well, too. Fury not touched quite yet, but there's a kill already for CJ. Oh, there we go. Fury really touched at that point. Double kill again for Space. Magical Journey brings people through for a nice turnaround onto Samsung, and only Eve left to go. CJ's just going to walk in, probably take the inhibitor, and then grab the Baron on their way out.
I really like watching MadLife's follow-up magical journeys right here,
Yeah.
because he keeps cutting off angles and making sure that no one can get away from these team fights, and that there's enough cleanup to just maximize CJ's benefits. It's going to happen again as they take an inhibitor.
So CJ on the verge of closing this one out at this point. 12,000 gold ahead, and long distance magical journey to get him right back to the Baron.
And he did that before, too. Everyone just starting that Baron super quickly because of a magical journey through the wall. Yep. So definitely using it to get that positional advantage and buy CJ more time also.
Magical journey.
That was a gratuitous journey, MadLife.
No. There is no journey that's not worth magically taking. I think I saw that on a bumper sticker once or something.
More meeps.
Meeps, that's right. You never have enough meeps.
I don't know. I don't think you'd want a room full of meeps, Doa. They look really weird and annoying. They whisper to you all the time.
They're a bit creepy. It's true.
So I think you can have enough meeps.
Maybe they whisper encouraging things.
They
Like,
probably breed.
"You're the best."
They probably breed like tribbles too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just end up with meeps everywhere.
I was gonna say you can draw some comparisons between meeps and tribbles. That is very true. Samsung, waiting for an opportunity. Space activates his ultimate. They're going to bring in Luna. Nice Tempered Fate onto Kuve. Just all around slowing up Samsung, and that's allowing CJ to pick him apart. Ult comes back in from Kuve, but CJ nearly untouched by that. Shy gets a twist advance in onto Crown. There's a double kill for Coco. Eve trying to escape, but Kuve the only one getting out. Triple kill for Coco at the end, and that is going to be the end of the game and the end of the match. MadLife magically journeying through the Nexus turret. And that is going to be, that's going to be it.
That's all you do. You magically journey through the Nexus. Jeez.
That's right.
Learn how to manner with Bard, MadLife.
It was a magical journey through that entire series for CJ. They come out with an easy 2-0 and a big grinning MadLife on the sign. You don't really see that too much.
He's grimacing in real life, though. That looks like Space's smile, though.
That's true. Coco, you don't really see smile a whole lot either.
CJ's not even happy to win at all.
Ambition, you never see smile. That's like a picture that somebody just drew there, like trying to guess what the smile looks like. Shy smiles, but only when the opposing top laner picks Shen. Well, it's another tough loss for Samsung, but at least they beat IM last time.
At least they did. They can look up for that at the very least. But pretty expected result tonight. CJ seems to have gotten back on track. CJ just goes through these periods where they have these sudden hiccups for no reason and then manage to stabilize.